Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Radio Freeman Gaming channel. Today we're doing a video about wood grain. No, I'm just kidding. We're doing a video about probably the second oldest part of my collection. I've already done my NES, and those are my very first games. And then after the NES, for Christmas one year, I got an original Game Boy. Black and white, green screen, whatever you want to call it. I got an original Game Boy, and right now I want to run down my Game Boy collection, and these are in no particular order because I actually had them out yesterday and took them over to my sister's so she could play some of these. So these aren't even in alphabetical order, although oddly enough I do start right here with Animaniacs. By Konami. This is an interesting little game. You go around playing as, obviously, the Animaniacs from Warner Brothers. It was a cute little TV show, but for the original Game Boy, Animaniacs, it was decent. It's not bad. It's a good little platformer. I don't remember a ton about these games. It's been a long time since I've played any of these. Tiny Toon Adventures 2, Montana's Movie Madness. Again, not a whole lot to say about many of these, and I really don't have a ton of games for this console at all. Sunsoft's Tasmania. This one came out on a couple other consoles. It was pretty good. I was a huge Taz fan growing up as a kid. There's also some Game Boy Color games in here. This is the game that I got that was given to me the same day as my original Game Boy. This is Looney Tunes. Obviously some damage here with the sticker coming off the label, but this one was interesting. I remember playing, and you got to play as each of the different characters, and I think Bugs threw a frisbee, something like that. Very weird. Had absolutely nothing to do with the TV show at all, honestly. Stargate. I've never played this game, but I think it's loosely based on the movie, not the TV show. A game by Acclaim. I don't know that they did very well with that, but who knows. This is Gremlins 2 by Sunsoft. I do remember a ton about this game. We're going to zoom in. I remember a ton about this game because some of you may have seen in some of my earlier videos, I actually own a Gizmo, a squeaky toy Gizmo from 1984, and so I remember this game a lot. The new batch, you play as Gizmo, and you have your flaming arrows and your rubber bands and office supplies like that to take care of the gremlins. And let's see, the last of my regular Game Boy games. This is Madden 97. I want to say this one was like 7-on-7. You didn't even get all the players on the field, but Madden 97, kind of neat to have that one for the Game Boy. I know sports games are not worth anything, blah, blah, blah. Let's see, X-Men Mutant Academy for the Game Boy Color. I don't have very many games for the Game Boy Color, but I do have X-Men Mutant Academy. It was a fighting game, 2D fighting game on the Game Boy Color. You can imagine what that was like. The Mummy Returns, another licensed game, franchise game by Universal and Nintendo. I don't remember a ton about this one. I do remember there was like a 2D shooter thing level on this one, but I was told yesterday when my sister tried to play it that it didn't work. I'll have to look into that a little more and see what's up with that. We also have here Looney Tunes Racing. Yeah, I was a kid. I've got lots of Looney Tunes games, okay? But yeah, this one was interesting. It was like a Warner Brothers version of Mario Kart. And then last but not least, this one was good on the Game Boy or the Game Boy Color. It was one of those both ways by Game Boy games. It's the Pikachu Special Edition of Pokemon. Came in yellow. It's cool to have this for sure. I think it still has my original save game on it, although I was told yesterday that game only had 32 hours of playtime on it, which would not be, definitely not be my original game. I don't know how many hours I put into this, but it takes more than 32 when you're a kid to beat a game like this. But that is my Game Boy and Game Boy Color collection. I didn't put my Game Boy Advance games in here because I only have a few of those, and most of those aren't here even at my place. But This is my oldest collection besides the NES, and maybe sometime this weekend over this New Year holiday, I will get to some of my others, my PlayStation 3 collection, for example. I want to, here at the first of the year, though, get everything laid out for everything that I have as we start the new year, and then we'll go from there, and maybe I'll do an update in another year. We'll just go back to the retro collecting videos, though. Pikachu Special Edition Pokemon and an entire stack of Game Boy games. This has been another video here on the Radio Freeman Gaming channel. Happy New Year to you and yours, and like, subscribe, and comment below, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much.